Select the one sentence that best meets the requirements of standard written English. A. By the end of next year, the country is electing their third new prime minister in as many years. This sentence uses the present continuous tense, is electing. This tense is usually used to describe actions that are currently ongoing. However, we can see that this event is not currently happening. Rather, it will be happening by the end of next year. We are discussing an event yet to happen, not one currently happening. Based on this, we can mark this choice as incorrect. B. By the end of next year, the country will elect their third new prime minister in as many years. This sentence uses the future simple tense, will elect. While it's a bit nuanced, this tense is used for describing events that will happen in the future at a certain time, and not events that will happen by a certain time in the future. For example, if we wanted to use the future simple tense, we could say, at the end of the year, the country will elect their third prime minister. However, as we're describing an event that will happen sometime before the end of the year and not specifically at the end of the year, the future simple tense is not sufficient. We can mark this choice off. C. By the end of next year, the country is going to have elected their third new prime minister in as many years. This sentence uses the future perfect tense, is going to have elected. This is the correct tense to use when discussing an event that will happen in the future before another event. For example, by the time I'm 22, I am going to have run a marathon. First I'll run a marathon, and then I will turn 22. However, we see another mistake in this sentence. We see a time phrase, by the end of next year, that's not separated from the sentence with a comma. As a rule, sentences that begin with time phrases must separate them with a comma. Based on this choice can be marked as incorrect. And D. By the end of next year, the country will have elected their third new prime minister in as many years. Here we see another form of the future perfect tense. Will have elected. Although going to have elected, like we saw in the previous choice, is also future perfect, in general, will have elected is the smoother and more straightforward way of expressing the tense. And as the time phrase in the sentence is separated from the main clause by a comma, we can see that there are no errors in this sentence, and we can go ahead and mark choice D as our final answer.